Holy smokes, guys. 2 lives in 1 day. So, my live today is, are you an asshole or are you accountable? So, past few hours, I did a live with my brother Dave, Holy Shift, this morning. And so thankful I did, because I'm at a point now, I need to do a shift. The past few hours have been kind of a pain in the ass. And I'm going to keep this short because I don't want my phone to shut off as far as the heat goes. But if you saw maybe a couple weeks ago, our ceiling in our kitchen was had a big hole in it. And basically at the end of July, we had a contractor come in through our insurance to redo the whole ceiling. And here we are, 30 days later. We have a ceiling, but it looks like garbage. So the past 3 weeks, we've been dealing with this contractor. And it got me thinking today, because today they hung up on me because the project manager couldn't handle me telling him that his crew fucked up the job. And that's what I said. I said, you guys fucked this job up. And he just can't be accountable. So he thought the professional thing to do was to hang up on me. So we're kind of at an impasse now. So it's through insurance. So we're working through that. We may have to hire an attorney, but here's my thought. When you operate on a level like I do, you feel like you have to hold everybody accountable. And in this day and age, I've talked about this before, where it's just exhausting, because so many people, so many businesses have no accountability. They have no accountability for their mess ups. And basically what I told this contractor today was, like, dude, like, you guys have impacted and wasted so much of my time to get this job done. And now, because you guys had the wrong guy come in, you got to redo the whole job. So hear me for a second. If you own a business, do the job right the first time and you won't have these problems. And second of all, one thing that I live by, one thing that I train my staff to do is, when you make a mistake, when you fuck up, own it. Own it. And I teach my kids this. You know, I tell my sons, like, if you make a mistake, say you made a mistake. Do not blame someone else. Yeah, we live in a society that wants to blame everybody else for everything. Oh, my parents. Oh, this. Oh, that. That's why I messed up. No, it's not, motherfucker. Take accountability, own your shit, and operate on such a high level that it's undeniable. So today I found myself in a spot that I often find myself in. A spot where I get frustrated and, you know, I get upset, because here I am. Fortunately, I'm able to, absorb this cost that this shitty-ass contractor has caused. For 3 weeks, we've been trying to get this corrected. And finally, I just told him, I'm like, man, I don't have the time. Like, you guys have now screwed this up. Like, you need to be more accommodating to my schedule. And fortunately, you know, being a business owner, being an entrepreneur, I'm able to absorb some of this time, but I've kind of had enough. You know, we lost use of our kitchen for 5 days, and we've had like 4 on-site meetings to get to the point where it's like, you know, hey, we need to redo this. And they were supposed to show up on Monday. They didn't show up. I contacted the project manager. Didn't hear back till this morning. Hey, can they come by tomorrow? Cool. What's the plan? Are they going to be there through the weekend, or are they going to finish the job halfway and have to show up next week? Like, when people are not accountable for the work that they do or for themselves, they have no comprehension of the impact that it does on other people's lives. And I'm not hopping on here to bitch or complain. I'm simply sharing the fact that if we all could just be a little more accountable, and if we all could just be a little more real, and if we all could just speak a little more truth, what would that do? Would that make things better? I sure as hell think so. And the last thing that I'll leave with is what I started with. Are you an asshole or are you accountable? So for a long time, I had this idea that because I hold myself to such high level of standards and holding myself accountable, that people think I'm an asshole. And a lot of times I do believe that to be true. But it's not that I'm trying to be a pain in the ass. It's not that I want to cause problems. But the facts are, the truth is that I come at you with such a direct level of communication. Most people are not equipped and they're not accustomed to handling such direct communication. So in this example, I tell this contractor this morning that they haven't been accommodating, and then he proceeds to tell me, well, I can't have my guy show up at 7 a.m. At 7 a.m.? Bro, do you know what I've done in the 2 hours or so that I've been up that your guy can't start work at 7 a.m.? Especially in construction? Wow. Okay. Well, they have families. Okay, cool. What about my family? You guys need to be accommodating. You guys have screwed this up. I've been accommodating for 2 months. And now I'm asking you to finish the job that you guys couldn't even finish 3 weeks ago. And you want me to worry about your guys' showing up at 7 a.m.? Really? But this project manager is so unaccountable for his crew's actions that when I said, you know what, you guys fucked this up, he has to hang up. So right there, I know how he handles his life. I know the level of discipline that he has. I can read him like a paint by numbers fucking thing you get at the craft store. Because you can't admit that your guys screwed up and that you guys need to make it right. So yeah, I'm probably a big old asshole to that guy. But the truth is, I simply have no room for your lack of accountability. And when I coach men, that's the level of accountability I'm looking for. Because if you come to me looking for guidance, you come to me looking for change or transformation, you can't show up not being accountable for your actions. You cannot show up saying it's somebody else's fault. You gotta show up. And, call me a pessimist or whatever you want, but if you start to look around at the interactions that you have, the people you talk to, the businesses that you choose to spend your money at, you'll start to see the lack of accountability that they have. So, and it's ironic too, because when I went and stacked this morning, the title of my stack was Collision. Little did I know I'd have a lot of collision today. But the good thing is, I'm not going to let this ruin my day. I had a little moment for about an hour of just being frustrated, and that's fine, guys. Like, that's the point. I'm not hopping on here saying I don't have emotion. I'm not hopping on here saying I have all this shit figured out. But what I am telling you is I have a much better understanding, and I have the tools and I have the arsenal to deal with this stuff a lot better. And that's the coaching part of it, is when you coach with me, you get someone that's going to hold you accountable, and you get somebody that has the tools to weaponize you to win your life. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm still working. I have a bunch of things I got to do because, this company set me back a little. But I'm going to go home and I'm going to do a rage stack. Now, you might be going, Paul, we see you talking about stacking, and I'm going to do a whole separate video on how I attack with the stack. And I'm going to show you guys the benefit. But let me just tell you about it. So you see me prayer stack every day. That is a commitment to myself I have made, that I'm going to have communion with God every day after I meditate, and then I'm going to write down what it is that I'm asking for, what I'm seeking, what I hear or what I don't hear, or what I want or what I need or what I'm looking for. Okay, that's what stacking does. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go rage stack this fucking contractor. And this stack is very powerful because what it's going to do is it's going to let me get that rage out as a man. And after I get that rage out, then I get my focus. I get my focus on what I want to accomplish next. And this is so cool, and why stacking is so imperative in your life. Is it's going to take me through this sequence. It's going to take me about 40 minutes. And it's going to get me super crystal clear on what I'm doing. And from that point, I win. I win the day. And not only that, it's going to help me. Hey, we got a bunch of people popping on. I'm just wrapping up, guys, so please go back and watch. I'm just talking about how I attack with the stack. My contractor pissed me off today, so I'm going to go let that out. And here's the cool thing with the stack, guys. Instead of me taking this out on my family, my wife, or kicking the dog or whatever, this is where stacking comes in. This is why I'm going to rage stack. Is so that I can continue on in my day. And now I'm going to go rage stack this contractor because he pissed me off today. Because he could not be accountable for his actions, for his team's actions. Instead, he was a fucking pussy and hung up the phone. Yeah, that's right. If you're a man and you can't handle the word fuck, dude, go grab your balls. You got some work to do, bro. If you can't have a conversation with me, you got to hang up the phone like a little bitch, you got some bigger problems. I know how you handle your life. And you know what? This is how I help my team. I tell them, look, if you think I'm being an asshole, tell me I'm being an asshole. But you better expect when you do that, you're going to get truth from me. You're going to hear the real facts. Am I always right? Hell no. I'm not always right. I don't pretend to be always right. And I'm not on here just freaking trying to boast and look tough. This is it. This is the real deal. I tell my wife, you can call me an asshole. That's part of this. And sometimes my wife tells me I'm being an asshole. But here's the thing. I can be accountable for my actions. If I fuck up, I'm going to say I fucked up. If I'm going to call somebody out, I better be damn sure that I know I'm in the green. I'm in the right. And here we are. I didn't think this live was going to go this long, but this is the truth, guys. We need this. We need this as men. Men need stacking. Because when you feel pissed and you're ready to rage, what do? One, you either don't say shit and you push that shit so far down until it blows up in your face, or you take it out on someone else. And I did that for a long time. But I don't do that anymore because I attack with the stack. So, 2 lives in one day, guys. Hell yeah. This is the real deal. This is the real truth. This is what my life is. You guys see me live this. And I want to help you live at a higher level so you can be accountable for yourself. And live the life you were meant to live. I want you to reign over your day. Hence, that's why my coaching group, Rise to Reign Collective, that's what we do. That's what we're going to do. We're going to help men have dominion over their kingdom. So, I'm going to do this attack with the stack. I'm going to go rage stack this guy. And I think I have a scheduled live tomorrow, so I may do 2 lives again tomorrow, or maybe I'll just post a video.